So people have asked me, can stress actually cause a seizure? The answer is yes, but not in the way people think. Stress doesn't just flip a switch and cause a seizure. What stress actually does is like build up pressure over time in your brain, and it increases things like adrenaline and cortisol. It messes with your sleep. It makes your brain more excitable, meaning like it's less stable. So what's really happening is stress is building instability in your system. The best way I can describe that is like a sound system. Stress is like turning up the volume slowly. At first, everything sounds fine, but the higher it goes, the more unstable the signal gets. And eventually you hit feedback. And that feedback, like the loss of control, is basically what a seizure is. Now, everyone has a threshold, but if you have epilepsy, your threshold is already lower, so it doesn't take as much to push you over. Uh, and stress isn't usually acting alone. It stacks up with other things like poor sleep, dehydration, emotional overload. So it's not one thing, it's a buildup. And, stress affects everything. Like you're not regulating your nervous system the same way, and your sleep gets worse, which is really bad. Your appetite changes. Your body is just like not balanced. So it's not just one trigger, it's the whole system slowly getting thrown off. So it's kind of like high blood pressure. Stress doesn't just like spike it once and that's it. It builds over time, and then your system, like your body can't regulate that system anymore. Same thing here. Your brain gets pushed into a state where it can't regulate its own activity. Technically, anyone can have a seizure under extreme conditions, but if you have epilepsy, you're just much closer to that threshold to begin with. So, like for me, that's why managing stress like isn't optional. It's like a top priority. I actively try to protect myself from stress and anxiety daily because I know what it can lead to, and over time, I've basically built like a toolkit for that. Things I do like consistently to keep my system stable. And it keeps me from getting pushed too close to that edge. At the end of the day, it's not just about avoiding stress to avoid stress. It's about keeping my system stable. Yeah, stress can trigger seizures, not because it directly causes them, but because it builds instability and it pushes your brain closer to the point where it loses control.